The exhausts on these cars suck. Yeah, that sounds like dog shit. A brand new catback titanium exhaust system has dropped for the GR Yaris, and it is done by CIRSPEC Exhaust by Carbonetics. And today I'm going to run through all the juicy details, what it sounds like, what it does, and how it fits up. Let's jump straight in. Point to note, during this video, every single thought and opinion and anything related to that is of my own, despite being given this exhaust technically for free by one of my sponsors. That will not influence what I say or the overall review of the video. Following that, any review video that I do on this channel will follow the exact same blanket rule, whether it's sponsored, I'm given stuff for free or not. Okay, so you've seen the sneak peek of what the exhaust looks like. This is the whole system right here in front of me. Now, this comes in two pieces compared to the factory one piece. So the first piece is the resonator, which connects to the either factory or aftermarket mid-pipe, whatever you have, via flange. And because it is a two-piece, it then has another part on the end, which connects to the rear muffler. Now, as you can see here, it already has two tips connected, but these actually come separate in the box with the clamps that hold them on. I've already pushed them on for the purpose of recording the footage that you saw earlier. Now, what else comes in the box is two brand new stainless steel bolts that bolt the resonator to the mid-pipe, along with a brand new flange gasket and a clamp to join the resonator to the rear muffler. So essentially anything you pull off the car, bolts, gaskets and exhausts, can go straight in the bin.
I went ahead and pulled off the factory exhaust, which took about 5 to 10 minutes. The hardest part being the rubber mounts that hold it up and the fact that it's very heavy and awkward. Now let's compare the look and build quality of the two exhausts. Going off looks, the CIRSPEC exhaust is a lot easier on the eyes and quite well presented compared to the factory exhaust, which is brown, discolored and quite bulky. Now, looking at the build of them, the CIRSPEC exhaust is a lot more compact and well put together compared to the factory system, which weighs a lot more and looks like a factory fitted boat anchor. Size comparison. Now, comparing the rear muffler of the stock exhaust to the CIRSPEC one, you can already see that there is a huge size difference. Now, moving to the tailpipes that exit the muffler, on the stock exhaust came in at 42mm in diameter, which is approximately 1.7 inches for you Americans. Now, on the CIRSPEC titanium exhaust, it came in at 64mm, which is approximately 2.5 inches. Now, moving to the factory resonator pipe, it came in at 62mm, which is approximately 2.5 inches. And with the CIRSPEC resonator exhaust pipe, it came in at 70mm, which is approximately 2.75 inches. Weight comparisons. Now, I weighed both exhausts with two different scales that I have for maximum accuracy, and these are the results. Wow. Factory exhaust comes in weighing 11.96 kilos compared to the CIRSPEC titanium system, which came in at 6.15 kilos, again including the bolts and necessary clamps. Now, comparing all these results to the other big brands like Aquapovich and HKS, the CIRSPEC system is lighter than the HKS system and only just 750 grams heavier than the Aquapovich titanium system. Now, let's fit it all up.
Side note, when I said everything factory you can throw in the bin, I kind of lied a little bit. You will need these. So you can obviously remount your exhaust, and I highly recommend getting something of some kind so you can put them back on with ease.
Since the CIRSPEC exhaust is a two-piece system and almost half the weight of the factory exhaust, it is way easier to maneuver under the car and fit up.
Another point to note is the factory sizes are 14mm, but these ones are 17 and 15. So make sure you have the appropriate size tools, spanners or sockets, whatever you're using to refit your exhaust.
Yeah, look, all of my friends going crazy. I gotta brag on myself, I amaze me. I know I'm got something
So the exhaust is all fitted up and now I'm going to start. I'm actually really excited because this is the first technically exhaust system that I've bought and fitted myself. Usually they're custom made for big projects like that behind you, but now we get to start it. All right, here we go. That's fucking loud. I have a mic in the engine bay, I've got a mic in the exhaust. Engine bay one is irrelevant for today's video. And then I've got some in-cabin recording, and then you have my face. So I'm going to do some pulls on the freeway, 0 to 100, just normal freeway driving, a couple of downshifts here and there. To 100 kilometers an hour. Oh, fuck, that hurt. 110. I think that's enough accelerating. You get the gist. This is now just normal highway driving. Downshift, 6th to 5th, 5th to 4th, 4th to 3rd. Let's see what it sounds like at a rev. I am worried about highway drone as well, but I guess we'll find out soon. If you do hear a rattle, that's not part of the exhaust, that's just because a bolt that connects from the downpipe to like part of the gearbox has just fallen out, so I've got to put that back in. I'm gonna drop it down to second and give it some sauce. It's gonna gently accelerate to the speed limit of 110 k's an hour. This is from 5,000 to 6,000, then we'll let it off. A little bit of acceleration. Yeah, okay. So from the 3,000 to 4,000 RPM range, that's probably when it's loudest under acceleration and you get a little bit of that reverb in the cabin. I'm going to downshift from 110 all the way down to stationary so you can see how it sounds like that. And I'll do that using the factory IMT where it blips the throttle. And back to stationary. So I'll put it in second and just stop it from there. I don't want to rev the fuck out of this thing. Take the facts, tell the truth is exactly what I'm going to do with you right now as I run through my final thoughts and opinions of the exhaust, how much it is, and would I recommend it or would I not. Now, cold start, very loud, over 90 decibels. It is obnoxiously loud. Actually, that word can be used to describe this exhaust in general. Now, I've done about 200 to 300 Ks in it, like in the car with exhaust fitted over the past 3 to 4 days, highway, street, city. I've gone shopping, gone underground car parks to fully experience the exhaust in different environments. Now, 3,000 to 4,000 RPM range, it does have reverb and lots of vibration through the car. As you're accelerating in the high RPM range, sounds very good, still very loud. On the low RPM range, it does have a bit of a sound. That's probably a bad way of describing it. But I think that's just how Yaris sound in general, as I've spent some time researching like Aquapovich, HKS and other well-known brands, and that's just the kind of note that the Yaris puts out. However, with those brands I just mentioned, they do have larger mufflers, which probably reduces the sound and a little bit of that flubbery sound, if you want to call it that. But in saying that, this exhaust has smaller mufflers, therefore it's lighter, a bit more compact. So again, depends on your application. You will get looks. If you like getting looks as you drive past people, this is the exhaust for you. You get good looks and bad. People turn their heads because the car is loud, or they just think you're an asshole for driving an obnoxiously loud car through the city. But it is loud, and if you want to, I don't know, perk up your ego and want people to look at you while you drive, this is it. How much is it? It is 2,500 Australian dollars. It can be shipped anywhere in the world by Carbonetics. Yeah, that's how much it costs. That's simple. Now, would I recommend it? Look, if you're going to take it to a track often, occasionally, it's a weekend car, you want to go out cruising with the mates, you want some more presence and prominence on the street, you want your car to be heard, you want to have a nice, I know, some loudness and aggression to it, this is the exhaust for you. It's a perfect fit. But I do not recommend it if it's a daily driver. If you have your wife or partner in the car and she doesn't like loud cars, if you have kids in the car, definite no-no. If you're constantly taking people around in the car or in the back seat, I do not recommend that, because again, while you're doing low normal street driving, 60 Ks, 50 Ks, 80 Ks, whatever, you're usually in the 3,000 to 4,000 RPM range, right? And that's where a lot of the vibrations and reverb is. So if you have people in the back or kids in the back, it's going to go straight through them. They're going to hear it, and it's going to, honestly, it goes through your body. Like, you can put your hand on the side of the car as you're driving and you can feel the vibrations. Now, that's probably a titanium thing, along with the fact that it does have an aftermarket downpipe, mid-pipe and single mass flywheel conversion. So that aside, they are my final thoughts and opinions. I've been honest. There's anything I don't like, I've told you. Anything I do like, I've told you, and that's just how it's going to be. What you can expect to see with the Yaris is there will be, the next video you see will be a big one. It'll be intakes, intercooler, suspension, brakes. It'll be getting tuned, and then I'll be doing comparisons through cheap intakes and expensive intakes in a separate video as well. But until that happens, that's probably all you're going to see of the Yaris. You'll see a lot more Skyline stuff and more content creation, tips, tricks and stuff that I do. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.